Hey everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into a fault code that's been popping up more and more, especially if you drive a modern diesel like a BMW or a Volvo. We're talking about P2459 DPF Regeneration frequency high. It sounds complicated, but stick with me and we'll break it all down. So, what does P2459 actually mean? In simple terms, your car's engine control unit, or ECU, thinks it needs to clean out the diesel particulate filter way too often. The DPF is like a trap in your exhaust system that catches soot. Periodically, the car performs a regeneration, which is basically a high-temperature cleaning cycle to burn off that trapped soot. When you get the P2459 code, the car is trying to trigger this cleaning process more frequently than it should. Now, you might be wondering, how would I even know this is happening? Well, there are a few telltale symptoms. The most common one is your engine cooling fan running at full blast, even when the engine isn't particularly hot. It sounds like a jet engine is about to take off onto your hood. This is because the car is trying to manage engine temperatures for the regeneration process. Another big sign is a noticeable drop in power, sometimes called limp mode. Your car feels sluggish and won't accelerate properly because the ECU is limiting performance to protect the engine and exhaust components. And of course, the check engine light will be shining brightly on your dashboard. So, the big question is, why is this happening? It's not always the DPF itself that's the problem. The P2459 code is often a symptom of another underlying issue. One of the most common culprits is your driving habits. Modern diesels need regular long runs on the highway to get the exhaust hot enough for a complete and passive regeneration. If you're only doing short city trips, the DPF never gets a chance to clean itself properly. Soot builds up, the ECU detects the blockage, and it keeps trying to force a regeneration, leading to the P2459 code. But it's not just about how you drive. A faulty component can also be the cause. We often see issues with the exhaust gas recirculation, or EGR system. If the EGR valve is stuck open or clogged, it can lead to excessive soot production, which overwhelms the DPF and triggers frequent regeneration attempts. Another area to check is your temperature and pressure sensors. Your car relies on a network of sensors to know when and how to perform a regeneration. There are exhaust gas temperature sensors before and after the DPF, as well as a differential pressure sensor that measures how blocked the filter is. If any of these sensors are giving faulty readings, the ECU gets confused. It might think the DPF is full when it's not, or it might think the exhaust isn't hot enough, causing it to constantly try and fail to regenerate. Alright, let's talk about the fix. The first step is always proper diagnosis. Don't just rush out and buy a new DPF. That's an expensive mistake. You need to connect a good diagnostic scanner that can read live data. Look at the DPF soot and ash levels. Check the readings from the exhaust temperature and pressure sensors. See if the ECU is requesting a regeneration. This data will point you in the right direction. If the diagnosis points to a clogged DPF due to driving habits, sometimes a forced regeneration using the scan tool can solve the problem. This involves following a specific procedure to run the engine at a certain RPM to get the exhaust hot enough to burn off the soot. In more severe cases, you might need a professional DPF cleaning service, where they remove the filter and use specialized equipment to clean it. If the issue is a faulty component, you'll need to repair or replace it. This could mean cleaning or replacing a clogged EGR valve, swapping out a bad temperature sensor, or replacing a faulty differential pressure sensor. In some cases, a simple software update from the manufacturer can solve the problem, as they may have revised the parameters for DPF regeneration. So, to recap, P2459 means your car is trying to clean its DPF too often. Look for a constantly running fan and reduced power. Before you blame the DPF itself, investigate your driving style. Check the EGR system and test all the related sensors. A proper diagnosis is key to avoiding unnecessary and expensive repairs. I hope this helps you understand and tackle the P2459 code. It can be a frustrating one, but with a logical approach, you can get to the bottom of it. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into the world of car repair. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.